Imagine this. You step into your familiar home after a long day, expecting comfort and rest. But instead, a subtle unease settles over you like a fog that won't lift. The rooms that once felt safe now seem to echo with quiet tensions, built from habits you never noticed before. After 65, these everyday patterns around the house can sneakily heighten stress, turning your sanctuary into a subtle source of worry and strain. What if the very routines meant to bring ease are instead chipping away at your peace, leaving you feeling more tired, more anxious with each passing day? It's a heartbreaking reality for many, where small oversights lead to a heavier heart and restless mind. But here's the profound, life-changing truth that offers real hope. You hold the key to breaking these chains. By recognizing and changing them, you can reclaim a home filled with calm, joy, and renewed vitality. Today, we'll explore 4 dangerous household habits that increase stress after 65, and I'll guide you through simple, effective ways to shatter them forever. Each insight is drawn from the shared wisdom of those who've walked this path, offering not just advice, but a pathway to emotional healing and lasting serenity. As we journey through these points, you'll discover how these changes can transform your daily life, easing burdens you might not even realize you're carrying. And to keep that spark of curiosity alive, stay with me until the end for the one habit that often catches people by surprise. It's the hidden key that could unlock a world of deeper peace and prevent years of unnecessary heartache. This isn't just information. It's a gentle call to action, a reminder that your later years can be your most tranquil yet, filled with the warmth of a stress-free home. Let's start with the first insight that could make all the difference. Habit 1. Clutter. That steals your calm. Picture your living room, once a place of fond memories, now buried under layers of forgotten items. Stacks of mail on the coffee table, unused gadgets gathering dust on shelves, clothes draped over chairs that haven't been worn in years. This clutter isn't just a visual nuisance. It's a silent thief of your inner peace, especially after 65, when life often calls for simplicity and ease. Why does it matter so deeply? Because as we age, our homes become our primary world, and a cluttered space mirrors a cluttered mind, fostering anxiety that builds like a slow storm. You might find yourself avoiding certain rooms, feeling overwhelmed by the chaos, or even experiencing a low-grade frustration that lingers throughout the day. The danger escalates because this ongoing stress can disrupt sleep, heighten irritability, and even contribute to a sense of helplessness, as if control is slipping away. It's heartbreaking to think that something as mundane as disorganization could dim the joy in your golden years, leading to regrets over time lost to worry rather than relaxation. But amid this challenge, there's a beautiful path to healing. By addressing clutter, you invite clarity and control back into your life, creating spaces that breathe freedom and foster positive emotions. Imagine the relief of opening a drawer and finding exactly what you need, or sitting in a tidy room where your thoughts can flow freely without distraction. This transformation doesn't require grand efforts. It's about small, consistent steps that accumulate into profound change. Widely accepted wisdom tells us that an organized environment promotes mental well-being, reducing the mental load and allowing room for creativity, reflection, and happiness. Many seniors who've tackled this report feeling lighter, as if a weight has been lifted from their shoulders, with stress levels dropping noticeably. It's like clearing away cobwebs from your soul, making way for fresh energy. And the urgency? After 65, preserving your emotional health is paramount, as stress can compound other age-related concerns. Breaking this habit now could safeguard your peace for decades, turning potential regrets into stories of triumph. Hold on, because the story I'm about to share illustrates this vividly, showing how one person's journey from chaos to calm can inspire us all. Meet Robert, a 72-year-old widower residing in a modest bungalow in rural Ohio, where the winters are long and the summers bring blooming gardens he once tended with his late wife. Robert had always been sentimental, holding on to mementos from their life together, faded photographs in cracked frames, old letters tied with ribbons, tools from his woodworking hobby scattered across the garage workbench. After his wife's passing 5 years ago, the clutter multiplied unchecked. Boxes of her clothes filled the spare room, newspapers piled high by his armchair, and kitchen counters overflowed with gadgets he rarely used. Each day he'd navigate this maze, but it wore on him subtly. Mornings started with a sigh as he searched for his coffee mug amid the mess. Afternoons brought frustration when he couldn't locate important papers, and evenings ended with a heavy heart, the disarray reminding him of unresolved grief. "This house feels like it's closing in on me," Robert confessed to himself one quiet night, staring at the ceiling, his mind racing with worries about what tomorrow's chaos might bring. The stress manifested in small ways. Restless sleep interrupted by thoughts of, "What if I fall over something?" and a growing reluctance to invite his children over, fearing their judgment. Then came the turning point, a minor accident where he tripped over a stack of books in the hallway, bruising his knee and shaking his confidence. Lying there, pain shooting through his leg, Robert realized the clutter wasn't just physical, it was emotional baggage holding him back from healing. The next day, mustering courage, he called his daughter, Emily. "Dad, let's tackle this together," she said warmly over the phone. They began small, sorting one shelf at a time. Robert held each item, deciding if it sparked joy or merely anchored him to sorrow. Donating clothes to charity felt like releasing a part of his past, and recycling old papers cleared space for new beginnings. As rooms opened up, so did Robert's spirit. He started sleeping through the night, his anxiety easing like a receding tide. One evening, he hosted a family dinner in his newly tidy dining room, laughter filling the air for the first time in years. "I feel free again," Robert told Emily, tears of relief in his eyes. "That mess was stealing my peace, but now my home is mine once more." Today, Robert maintains his orderly space, finding solace in the simplicity, and the stress that once shadowed him has dissolved into distant memory. To put this into practice, begin with a single area today, like a drawer or countertop. Sort items thoughtfully. Keep what you use and love, donate what could help others, and discard the rest. Dedicate just 10 to 15 minutes daily to this, and soon, the visual calm will translate to mental serenity, reducing stress and empowering you with a sense of accomplishment that heals from within. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 1 below to let me know you're here. With that foundation laid, let's transition to another, subtle yet powerful habit that might be undermining your rest and amplifying daily tensions. Habit 2. Screens that disrupt your peace. Envision the soft glow of your television or smartphone illuminating your face in the dim evening light as you scroll through emails, news, or social updates long after the sun has set. This common ritual, while seemingly harmless, becomes a perilous habit after 65, where quality rest is essential for maintaining emotional balance. Why is it so dangerous? Because the blue light emitted from screens interferes with your natural sleep rhythms, signaling your brain to stay awake when it should be winding down, leading to fragmented sleep and heightened stress the next day. You might wake feeling groggy, irritable, or overwhelmed by minor issues that wouldn't bother you otherwise. The cumulative effect is insidious. Chronic poor sleep fosters a cycle of anxiety where worries about not resting well become self-fulfilling, eroding your resilience and joy. It's a poignant loss, as this habit transforms bedtime from a time of renewal into one of unrest, potentially leading to regrets over lost vitality in your later years. Yet, in this shadow lies a radiant opportunity for healing. By establishing boundaries with screens, you reclaim your evenings for restorative activities, allowing your mind and body to unwind naturally and deeply. Think of it as drawing curtains on the day's chaos, inviting a gentle darkness that soothes the soul. This shift, rooted in age-old wisdom about the importance of rhythm in life, can dramatically improve sleep quality, reduce daytime stress, and restore a sense of harmony. Seniors who adopt this often describe mornings filled with energy rather than exhaustion, with stress levels plummeting as rest becomes reliable. It's akin to nurturing a garden. Removing weeds allows beauty to flourish. The urgency cannot be overstated. After 65, protecting sleep is akin to safeguarding your health's cornerstone, preventing a cascade of emotional and physical strains. As we delve deeper, the following story of one woman's transformation highlights how breaking this habit can illuminate a path from disruption to profound peace. Consider Patricia, a 68-year-old retired school teacher from sunny Southern California, where palm trees sway and ocean breezes carry whispers of relaxation. Patricia had developed a nightly routine of unwinding with her tablet, browsing recipes, catching up on family photos shared online, and reading articles about world events. "It's my way to stay connected," she'd tell herself, propped up in bed, as the hours ticked by. But beneath this comfort, trouble brewed. The screen's glare kept her alert far too late, her mind buzzing with information overload. Nights blurred into insomnia, with Patricia tossing under the covers, replaying headlines or worrying about distant relatives. "Why am I so wired?" she'd wonder in the darkness, her heart pounding slightly from unspent energy. Come morning, the toll was evident. Headaches throbbed, patience wore thin, and simple tasks like preparing breakfast felt monumental, stress amplifying every frustration. This pattern isolated her further. She canceled coffee meetups with friends, too fatigued to engage, deepening a sense of loneliness. The breaking point arrived after a sleepless night that left her in tears during a phone call with her sister, Margaret. "I'm exhausted all the time and I don't know why," Patricia admitted, her voice trembling. Margaret, ever the practical one, suggested, "Put that tablet down an hour before bed. Try a book or some light stretching instead." Though doubtful, Patricia experimented that very night, setting her device aside and picking up a paperback novel from her shelf. The pages turned softly, her eyelids growing heavy without resistance. Over the following weeks, sleep came easier, deeper, and more refreshing. Mornings transformed. She rose with a clear head, eager to garden or walk along the beach. Stress that once loomed large now seemed manageable, and she reconnected with friends, sharing laughs over tea. "That screen was robbing me of my rest, but now I have my peace back," Patricia reflected to Margaret, gratitude filling her words. Her home, once a backdrop for late-night distractions, became a haven of true repose, where evenings flowed into restful nights without interruption. For an actionable step, implement a screen-free hour before bedtime. Dim the lights. Opt for a physical book, gentle music, or journaling to reflect on the day. This practice signals your body to relax, enhancing sleep depth, diminishing stress buildup, and promoting emotional healing through consistent, rejuvenating rest. Keep moving forward. You're stronger than you know. As we build on this, let's examine another habit that quietly erodes the fabric of your emotional well-being at home. Habit 3. Isolation behind closed doors. Visualize your home as a cozy fortress, doors shut against the world, where days pass in solitary routines. Meals eaten alone at the kitchen table, television voices as your only companions, and the phone rarely ringing with outgoing calls. After 65, this tendency toward isolation can become a dangerous habit, breeding loneliness that intensifies stress in profound ways. Why does it pose such a threat? Because humans thrive on connection, and withdrawing into seclusion amplifies feelings of invisibility and worthlessness, where minor worries escalate into overwhelming anxieties. You might dwell on past regrets or future fears in the silence, with stress manifesting as a constant undercurrent of unease, potentially leading to deeper emotional scars like depression or resentment toward life's changes. It's a sorrowful cycle, as this habit robs you of the support networks that buffer against life's storms, turning your home from a place of comfort into one of echoing emptiness. However, within this isolation lies a powerful avenue for healing. Actively reaching out rekindles bonds, infusing your life with warmth, purpose, and reduced tension. It's like opening windows to let in fresh air, dispelling stagnation and inviting vitality. Drawing from timeless wisdom that emphasizes community as a pillar of well-being, this change fosters resilience, with many seniors experiencing uplifted moods and diminished stress through regular interactions. The transformation can be life-affirming, restoring a sense of belonging that heals old wounds. Urgency arises because after 65, nurturing relationships is crucial for emotional health, preventing isolation from becoming a permanent barrier to joy. To bring this to life, let's explore a story that captures the journey from solitary shadows to connected light. Reflect on James, a sturdy 75-year-old veteran from the vast plains of Texas, where wide skies meet endless horizons, and his small ranch house stood as a testament to a life of service and solitude. After retiring from the military and losing touch with comrades, James embraced isolation, days spent fixing fences alone, evenings with war documentaries, and minimal contact beyond grocery runs. "I don't need anyone bothering me," he'd gruffly think. But beneath that facade, stress simmered. Loneliness crept in like dusk, manifesting in restless pacing, appetite loss, and nights haunted by unspoken regrets. "Am I just waiting here to fade away?" James pondered one evening, staring at family photos gathering dust, his chest tight with unshared burdens. The habit deepened. He ignored calls from his son, avoided neighborhood gatherings, and felt the weight of silence pressing down. Crisis struck when a minor health scare, a dizzy spell while working outside, left him alone and frightened, realizing no one would check on him. That vulnerability prompted a call to his grandson, Alex, who lived nearby. "Grandpa, you don't have to do this alone," Alex said earnestly during their first walk together in months. They talked about old battles and new dreams, the conversation easing James's guarded heart. Encouraged, James joined a local veterans group, sharing stories over coffee, and reconnected with his son through weekly dinners. Each interaction chipped away at the isolation, replacing stress with camaraderie and laughter. "I was building walls instead of bridges," James admitted to Alex, a smile breaking through. Now his home buzzes with occasional visitors, phone chats fill quiet hours, and the once oppressive solitude has evolved into cherished independence balanced with connection, his stress a faded echo. Take this practical step. Commit to one daily outreach, a phone call to a relative, a text to a friend, or a short visit with a neighbor. Share something simple, like a memory or question about their well-being. This fosters connections, combats loneliness, and alleviates stress by reminding you of your place in a supportive network, healing through shared humanity. If these words resonate with you, please comment number 3 below to show your support. Now, as we approach the final revelation, let's uncover the habit that often hides in plain sight, yet packs a surprising punch in building stress. Habit 4. Rushing through daily tasks. Envision yourself bustling through your home, hastily scrubbing counters, folding laundry in a frenzy, or hurrying to prepare meals as if racing against an invisible clock. This habit of rushing, common in younger years, turns treacherous after 65. When a slower, more deliberate pace aligns with your body's natural rhythm. Why is it so harmful? Because constant haste invites errors, physical strain, and mounting frustration, elevating stress hormones that leave you feeling frazzled and depleted. You might burn food, stub a toe, or simply end the day exhausted, with resentment building toward these essential chores, transforming your home into a battlefield rather than a haven. The deeper danger lies in how this perpetuates a cycle of self-criticism. Why can't I move faster? Leading to emotional weariness and regrets over not savoring life's simpler moments. Yet herein blooms hope for profound healing. Embracing a slower tempo infuses tasks with mindfulness, turning them into meditative acts that reduce pressure and enhance enjoyment. It's comparable to savoring a meal rather than gulping it down. Each action becomes nourishing. Grounded in enduring wisdom that values presence over productivity, this adjustment lowers stress, boosts satisfaction, and preserves energy for what truly matters. Countless seniors attest to regained patience and peace through this shift, with daily life feeling less burdensome. The call to action is timely. After 65, honoring your pace prevents unnecessary strain, paving the way for contented years. The story ahead exemplifies this beautifully, showing redemption through rhythm. Recall Linda, an energetic 81-year-old grandmother from the humid shores of Florida, where retirees stroll beaches and her condo overlooked swaying palms. Linda had always been a whirlwind, cleaning in bursts, cooking with rapid chops, gardening at breakneck speed, priding herself on efficiency. "Time waits for no one," she'd say. But as age advanced, the rush backfired. Accidents multiplied. A slipped knife nicking her finger, hurried steps causing a fall in the hallway, and constant irritation bubbling over into snapped words at telemarketers. Stress accumulated like humidity, leaving her breathless and dissatisfied, evenings spent regretting the day's chaos. "I'm fighting against myself," Linda whispered one afternoon, nursing a bruised elbow from a hasty chore. The epiphany came during a visit from her daughter, Sarah, who observed the frenzy. "Mom, slow down and breathe," Sarah urged gently, demonstrating by mindfully folding a towel. Linda, touched by the calm, tried it with her next task, washing dishes deliberately. Feeling the warm water focusing on each plate, the difference was immediate. Tension eased, and she completed it without mishap. Expanding this, she incorporated pauses, sipping tea between loads of laundry, breathing deeply while vacuuming. Over time, tasks became enjoyable rituals, stress dissipating like morning fog. "I was rushing through life, missing the beauty," Linda shared with Sarah, her eyes sparkling. Now, her days unfold gracefully, her home a space of deliberate peace, where haste no longer dictates and joy resides in the present. Apply this easily. Choose one daily task and perform it at half speed, incorporating deep breaths and focused attention. This minimizes mistakes, calms the nervous system, and converts routine into relaxation, effectively breaking the stress cycle and fostering a healing sense of control and contentment. Drop a comment below and let us know one way you'll apply this wisdom in your life. In closing, let's reflect on these 4 perilous habits we've uncovered. Clutter that steals your calm, screens that disrupt your peace, isolation behind closed doors, and rushing through daily tasks. Each one, if left unchecked, can silently amplify stress, dimming the vibrancy of your life after 65. But remember, you possess the innate power to heal and transform. By breaking these patterns, you open gateways to profound serenity, emotional resilience, and years brimming with unburdened joy. These aren't mere suggestions. They're beacons of hope, drawn from the collective wisdom of those who've reclaimed their peace. As you ponder this, ask yourself, what small step will you take today to nurture your home and heart? Your journey toward a stress-free existence begins now with the wisdom to guide you. If this video helped you, please like, subscribe, and share it with a friend who needs it. Let your wisdom light the way.